Hi, this is Andrea Schulman again, and in today's quick law of attraction video, I'm going to talk about polarized thinking, which is a very common way of thinking that many members of our collective think, if not all of us at some point in time or another. But polarized thinking is something that can interfere with your ascension and with raising your vibration and with creating your reality in the image that you'd like to see it in. But first, if you're watching this video on my website or on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe because I do put out new law of attraction videos every week. Also, if you're watching this video on YouTube specifically, please turn on your notifications so that you see these videos when I put them out. Let's go ahead and talk now about polarized thinking and the law of attraction. All right, now quite simply, polarized thinking is thinking in terms of right and wrong. It's thinking in terms of polarity. Now, if you've studied Hermetic law or Hermetic principles, you'll understand that there is a principle of polarity whereby there are poles, all right? So there are opposites of all things. So you have light and dark, you have good and bad, you have high and low, you have fat and thin. There are all of these extremes, all right? That there are these opposites, polarities. Now, from my perspective, polarity exists because out of the oneness, out of all that is, everything is divided and separated so that we can experience it. So if you were just to experience wholeness, unity, oneness, there is no differentiation, there is no separation. You would not be able to have the interplay of having a separate experience, of dealing with separate people, and experiencing things as being tangible. So separation or polarity is necessary for a physical manifestation of reality. So in that way, it's a very good thing. But that's the thing, even though polarity is necessary for our reality structure, a lot of times we become hypnotized by it. And we start to identify with one end of a polarity over another. And so we start to tell ourselves that this way is right, this way is wrong. This way is good, this way is bad. And this can become problematic because when we start to identify that one side of a pole, one pole of a continuum is better than the other pole, what we do is we further pull ourselves away from the opposite end. And what this does over time is it creates greater amounts of separation. And the more separated we become, the crappier we feel. See, ultimately, we are connected with each other. We are all one. We are. And when we stand in that knowing of connectedness, when we stand in the knowing that we are all connected and we are all of the same thing, we feel a sense of community, we feel a sense of belonging, we feel a sense of love. It's like when you're sitting there with a group of friends and you're all just clicking, that really positive, connected feeling, that's kind of the feeling of feeling connected with all that is. When we start to engage in polarized thinking, however, we separate ourselves from the whole of existence. So it's like standing in a group of friends and feeling like you're the outsider, or feeling like you're different than everybody else, or that, you know, my way is the right way, their way is the wrong way, and that pulls me away from that group, which causes internal pain and internal struggle. And so here's something to consider is that when you're working consciously with the law of attraction and in creating a reality, yes, you're trying to create things that you view as being better for you. But it's helpful to understand that all perspectives are valid, that there are infinite interpretations of all things, that something that looks bad can be good and vice versa, and that these are really just labels that we're putting on things. They don't really necessarily mean anything because in the grand scheme of things, we all are one. When you stand in the knowledge that you are all one with everybody and everything, it's okay for people to have differing opinions. It's okay for someone to walk a different way. It's okay for someone to make a different choice. You integrate those things rather than push them away. When you integrate the wrong side, when you integrate the bad side, when you integrate the dark side, what you do is you bring all of existence in to a place of love. And that's what we really want to try and do, is we want to get to a place where no matter what someone says, no matter what somebody does, no matter what choice is made out there, we can find a way to shine on it integration and acceptance. That it's a valid choice, that it's a perspective that's allowed, that it's a part of all that is. And when we do this, we release polarized thinking. We stop pulling away from everything else in reality. And that's the source of all pain, is that polarized thinking, that pulling away from things that we don't necessarily understand or we don't necessarily agree with. When we bring those choices in, say these are valid, this is all okay, this all has a place somewhere here in the universe. Now what we're doing is we're connecting with all that is. We merge back with the collective, we merge back with all that is, we feel better, our vibrations raise, and as a result, more positive experiences happen for us that reflect that inner place of love. Thanks so much for watching today's quick law of attraction video. If you have a question that you'd like me to answer in a future video, feel free to drop it below in the comments. Also, if you'd like to check out my services or my other law of attraction videos, make sure to check out the links below. Again, please do subscribe and turn on your notifications. And of course, make sure to have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.